Yeah.
On to game 2. This time I have a co-commentator with me.
What's up, guys?
Uh, Neo Buster here, who just fought. Did a very good game against a seasoned veteran Devour. And now we have Bloodedge for DS taking on Sirvat, who is using Jewel Knights for some reason. And Bloodedge starts with a crit, just the same way Devour did for Nail Buster, and Devour won for that, so it does say good things. Getting that first turn critical always is a good sign.
Here comes Swords Me.
Yeah, and he counterblasted Sword Me because he realized if he heals, he'd rather the Sword Me go into the drop zone than the critical trigger. Doesn't get a trigger, but Blood Edge does. That means he can guard this with a 10k shield, and he chooses to do that. And Blood Edge isn't calling a lot of units early on, which is one of the two things. Well, there are literally two ways to use Aqua Force, which is rush early or rush after you can do your skills.
Yeah.
And you literally have to choose one or the other. If you decide to rush early, then by grade 2 you're dropping your entire hand. If you decide not to do that, then you don't drop your hand until you do stride or any of the other mechanics that this deck uses, depending on what you're doing. And by the way, Sirvat just misrode, probably intentional, just so he doesn't have to deal with Lambros right away.
Yep.
It's something that happened to me a lot, like a lot.
That's because you know how to deal with it.
Yeah, because if someone's gonna do that against me, I'm gonna do it against them. And if I'm gonna do it against someone else, then they're not gonna like it. But Blood Edge with his own answer, he's using a limit break unit, lets himself get to 4 damage so he can get it off. And this is actually a really good setup for what he wants to do.
I hope he used Bubble Edge.
Yeah, he
Well, they.
can't. Well, I was gonna say it's better for him not to because the boost would be good for him in this situation, but okay.
Yeah.
Because if he had gotten the boost, then he would have 21k, force the guard out for 21k, and it's either 2 critical or retire 1. So now, after Tidal Assault attacks, it's going to restand itself. It's going to lose 5k, but that doesn't matter because it means it's the perfect candidate for being locked for Maelstrom's skill.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind, for those who don't know, the draw for Bubble Edge comes before the drive checks. Important to note in this situation because, yeah, it could affect what you drive check.
I never knew that.
Yeah, that's actually the order that goes in, is that you draw first, then you do the drive checks, and now he's getting the skill off. Retires the behind Vanguard, which is a good idea, and then gets a draw for it. Out of the entire field, because his opponent is already at 5 damage, the best thing for him to retire is the behind Vanguard.
Yeah.
Because uh, Heat Wind Jewel Knight literally does nothing by itself right there, and uh, Sabalmi, or whatever the hell that thing is called, Limit Enabler doesn't mean anything because he's at 5.
Yeah. I always thought the Salambli, or however you say it, I always thought that you could do that anytime.
No,
I,
it's specific to, it has to be on, in terms of break ride, it has to be on the field before you ride for it to count.
yeah.
That was an official ruling. And Servat is going really hard.
Wait. Did Sirvat pay for Stride?
Um,
No.
no, actually. He actually did not pay the cost to Stride.
He didn't.
He didn't discard anything.
And Edge didn't even notice.
See, when you noticed that Devour didn't shuffle, I actually made note that that was really good that you saw that and that you were keeping your eyes peeled for it.
Yeah.
It's really easy in the heat of a moment in a team battle for people to um forget to watch what the opponent is doing and then let them get away with shit like this.
Yeah.
I honestly want to say that entire turn was really invalid just because that happened. Like technically Sirvat should be technically Sirvat is disqualified because that happened.
Technically.
Like if Sirvat wins, I'm actually gonna bring up I'm actually gonna bring up the point that he literally just did Stride without a cost because that's not right.
Oh, nice field.
I see what he wants to do, but it's really risky. With this setup, the Vanguard can't be guarded with zeros, and the Vanguard is going to be hitting for 2 critical.
And no trigger.
That makes it even better because now all the other attacks have a chance of hitting, and Sirvat has to guard them. And he can't guard the Vanguard with zeros. Even though zeros are mostly what he has in hand.
Yeah, because he checked. He has a heal and a sword me in hand. I don't know the third card.
Perfect guard.
Oh, damn.
Does it say retire a unit or does it give... No, it just says choose a unit. What did he retire?
Nothing.
He has to retire something. I would retire the Ashley, honestly. Retire the Ashley. Retire a fucking unit. Oh my god. What the fuck?
Everyone is yelling at Edge in the chat.
For good goddamn reason. This match is invalid. I don't care.
Yeah.
This match is fucking invalid. There
Because
is
I,
so much wrong with what I'm seeing. Oh my god, that's the first thing he says.
wow.
Mmm.
No, you didn't.
Okay, no.
No.
Wait, let me see.
You discarded that for the perfect guard.
He did, actually. Wait, let
Yeah.
me see, did he?
No.
No, he's dropped sword me for the perfect guard, so. He dropped sword me for the perfect guard, so either that was in his hand the entire time, or well, even still,
Yeah, his drop.
Bloodedge should be that was not showing up in his drop for some reason. That could be an area glitch, but still goes to the fact that he really should have retired that Ashley. Really should have retired that Ashley. Next game.